Hello and welcome to New Parents in Training. So it's upgrade time. All right, so Samsung finally came out with the S9 tablet and we got the S8 last year. So I guess time for upgrade. It's like we're doing this upgrade every year now. But the good thing is when we go on to the pre-launch program that Samsung offered, Rakuten has a 12% cashback. Not only that, and Samsung also have percentage for people who are in the education, medical, or first responder field. With all that, we get a lot of discount. On top of that, they do let you trade in your old tablet. So for my S8, they're able to increase the value which I can trade in for. So this S8, the base model, I can trade in for $500. Because it's the pre-launch program, they lowered the price for the higher tier S9, the basic one. If it's $799 version, that will become with 8 gig and 128 gigabyte of storage. But for this one, it's at 12 gig of RAM with 256 gig of internal storage, also at $799. Otherwise, I think it's a little bit over $900. I'll put all the information down in the description below so you can go check it out. And let me unbox this. So toward the back, there's a seal here. All right. Here is the tablet. For some reason, I feel like this is lighter than the S8. Maybe I'm just imagining things. But they both are 11-inch. Yeah. All right, let's see. How do I open? Oh. All right, here we go. Very nice. All right, on the back end, there's a little indentation here for your S Pen. So, yeah, where you can put in place. But again, it's kind of having the pen in here, kind of sticking out. So when you put the tablet down, it's not going to lay flat. Well, but there's no rocking motion, so that's good. So I got the one for Wi-Fi, but they still come with the SIM card pin. Okay, so you can increase your micro SD, like internal storage here. If you find yourself 256 gig is not enough, then you can always put more storage using the micro SD card. All right, let's see what else they have. All right, USB-C cable. Yeah, that's about it. All right, so let me go charge this tablet up, and then after that, I'm gonna just do a little bit comparison between the S8 and S9 and see some of the major differences. All right, so the tablet has been fully recharged and we've been using it for over a day now. Let's talk about the tablet. Now, as you can see here, I have a keyboard. This is the case for the Tab S8 that I'm temporarily using it for this particular tablet. Silly me, when I purchased the tablet, I forgot to buy a case for it. So the case is on the way, and in the next video or so, I'll be talking about the casing for the Tab S9. But as for right now, I'm just using this temporarily to semi-protect the tablet because my kid like to play with it. So I don't want him to drop this on the floor or anything. Anyway, so let's talk about the design. Now, the physical design of the Tab S9 is very similar to the Tab S8, which is also very similar to the Tab S7. With the Tab S9, just a smidge thinner than the Tab S8. That's about it. The only difference is on the back. Now they remove a camera and casing for the camera got bigger. If you try to reuse your Tab S8 case, it's not gonna fit well. Now let's talk about the pen real quick. Now the S Pen for the Tab S8, you can only recharge in a certain position. The pen has to face toward the camera. For the Tab S9, it doesn't have to. The orientation can be flipped around and you can still recharge the S Pen with ease. Now let's talk about the display. For Tab S8, the base model used LCD, but the Plus and Ultra, they were using the AMOLED. For the Tab S9 series, all three of them are used the same screen, which is AMOLED, which is good. AMOLED is supposed to be better than LCD. Right, so one of the noticeable difference between the screens is that the Tab S9 is much warmer than the Tab S8. The Tab S8 is much brighter, but needless to say, like both screens are really good. To me, it's a wash. I like both screens either way. Now next, let's talk about the performance. With my Tab S9, comes with a overclocked version of Snapdragon Gen 2. For my Tab S8, it was using the Snapdragon Gen 1. I did use the 3D Mark as a benchmark to test both, but even if I don't use them, if I just use regularly, I will still see the difference. The Gen 2 is definitely much faster than Gen 1. Here are some of the things I have noticed. For one, when I'm downloading apps from the App Store, Tab S9 is always faster than Tab S8. And also when it was installing things. Now, if I download the same app on both tablets, if I hit install, the Tab S9 will finish before the Tab S8. All right, next, let's talk about the battery. Now, for the Tab S9, it has a 8400 mAh battery inside, as opposed to the Tab S8 with the 8000 mAh battery. This is a pleasantly surprise because both body of the tablets are very similar in terms of dimension. That means Samsung is able to fit a bigger battery in the same dimension of a tablet. That's good news. And also Snapdragon 2 is also a very energy efficient chipset as well. So as I was running the 3D Mark Wildlife Extreme Stress Test, that test lasts for 20 minutes. At the end, not only the Tab S9 has better result, better frame rate, cooler body, and also the battery, it has more juice left compared to the Tab S8. So I do expect Tab S9, the battery, to outperform the Tab S8. Lastly, I want to talk about the camera. The camera on the Tab S9, on the rear, now is only one camera. On the Tab S8, it used to have two. Now for the Tab S9 Plus and Ultra, they have two cameras on the back. With that being said, how's the camera quality on this tablet? So here are some of the pictures and videos for comparison between the Tab S9 and Tab S8. Alright, so what's being improved is the front camera. The front camera has been increased from the 6 megapixel to 12 megapixel now. And here are some of the videos I have taken from using the Tab S9 versus the Tab S8 using the front camera. Alright, so this is the Tab S8. I am using the front camera to do this recording. This is also in Ultra HD, 30 frames per second, and this is what it sounds like. Currently, I'm using the Tab S9 to do a front camera recording, and this is in Ultra HD at 30 frames per second. And this is what it sounds like. Now here are my final thoughts about this Tab S9. Now in terms of pricing, it did went up about $100 over the Tab S8. Now granted, if you are using deals, you can definitely get it much cheaper, such as trade in your old tablet and use Rakuten to get you like high 12% of cash back. So overall for me, I paid this tablet under $300. So I think it's worth the upgrade for me personally. Now, however, if you never have a tablet or you have a tablet that's really old and not able to get a really good trade-in value, what I suggest you to upgrade, probably not to a Tab S9, but maybe to a Tab S8. Now, because right now Tab S8, obviously the price has been dropped significantly, so you can pick up one on a very reasonable price. Both tablets are very capable of doing a lot of current applications, even for the future ones. So it's semi-future proof if you even get the Tab S8. Lastly, I just wanted to mention that Samsung has done a really great job with the Tab S series, especially Tab S8 and Tab S9. I've been using their Dexmo, as you can see here, it turned to a desktop. So yeah, it looked really great. If you want to play game, you can actually minimize the screen and you get more screen real estate for something else that you want to do on the side. So it's really great if you want to multitask. And also this tablet can turn into a secondary screen. So if you're using a laptop on the road, you can turn this into your second screen. So that's very convenient. Anyway, so this is my review of the Samsung Tab S9 tablet. If you have any questions, comment down below. Until next time, bye.